Within Webinar Geo and using the recorded webinars or replays in the system, you can actually add clickable buttons and media elements directly to those replays. Now let me show you what I mean. We're going to be talking about media elements, which are here. There is a separate training video on the media elements within the system. So you'll be able to watch that to set up quizzes and polls and surveys, as well as clickable buy buttons. And these are the same media elements I'll be referencing in this video. The other one is banners that we can place directly beneath the video, and I'm going to show you that now. So let's first of all set up a recorded webinar. Now, as we talk about with recorded webinars, you need to either use an existing presentation that you have in the system, that means a webinar that you've done in the past, or an external video file. So for this particular case, we're going to use an external video file, and in this case it's going to be a Vimeo video which we have there. So I've got, now that can be a YouTube or a Vimeo link. This is an external file, and I'm just going to give this a title, my recorded presentation. Okay, now as we scroll down, you can see the follow-up system there, but we're going to keep scrolling down until we get to the banners. Before we do that though, I'm just going to make sure that I can view it and turn on the watch now so I can show you the effect. Now, let's talk about the banners and the media elements. So media elements, as I just mentioned, you can access directly from the menu, and whichever ones you have set up there, you can set here to show on your recorded videos. So let's say, for example, I've got one there called Grab Your Copy, which is a clickable link, and I want that to start at a certain time during my presentation. So I want that to say, for example, start at 20 seconds, let's say with that, and end after 30 seconds. Or you can have it on the screen all the way until the end of the video. So for this demonstration, I'm going to start my media element at 20 seconds, finish at 30 seconds. Click on Create. That's one in the system. Now you can see that I can create multiple different things to pop up on the screen during my recording. During the presentation of my recorded session. So that's a media element. I'm also going to do the same with a banner. Now for a banner, you need to have a simple graphic that can be shown on the screen. So let me show you what I mean. I can upload a specific graphic. It doesn't have to be, well, it can be any graphic that you set. I'm going to use a Buy Now button. So I can find a Buy Now button, and I've got one saved on my local drive. So I'm just browsing and grabbing that Buy Now button. It's right there. Okay, and again I can select what time it shows up. So I'm going to say we closed our other one at 30 seconds. I want this one to start at, let's say, 40 seconds, and I want it to end at 55 seconds. Now that typically would be too fast on a recording. I'm just doing this so I can show you on the video how it works. You would start it at maybe 55 minutes and 22 seconds, for example. And I want that to stay until 55, not until the end. And of course, I want that to go to a specific URL. So I'm going to put my URL in there. In this case, it's Webinar Geo. And that's all. I click on Create. So what have I done so far? I've set up a recorded presentation. I'm using an external file. And now I'm going to show this media element at 20 seconds, finishing at 30 seconds. I'm going to show this banner showing at 40 seconds and 55, and that's all I need to do right now. So let me click on Create. That's now going to create my recorded presentation. So that's it right here. Let's go and see what that looks like for an attendee and see those elements popping through. So here's my recorded presentation. I would have set up my opt-in page like this, and people can connect. So I'm going to drop in a name here, an email, and for the sake of this exercise, I'm going to say I prefer to watch now, so that we can see it happen, and register. So I'm joining, and here's my presentation. Now remember, we turned our first element on at 20 seconds, so this is now going to auto start. There it is. And it's beginning, I can see. Now as we get to 20 seconds, we'll see that our first element, which was our Buy Now button, will pop up. Alright, so that's now playing in the system. We're watching, it's 13 seconds. At 20 seconds, my Buy button will pop up. So there we go. There it is. That was the media element that I turned on. If I click on that, I can see that it opens my link that I set up. Okay, that will disappear at 30 seconds. There it goes. Now we can watch and see the media buy element. As it hits the timer that I'm looking for, it's going to give me my Buy Now button, which is now popped up onto the screen. So there's my Buy Now button, and again I can click, it takes me to my link, and I am good to go. So that, and it's disappeared again because of course it disappears at 50 seconds. So that was my that's the demonstration of using banners and media elements within the Webinar Geo system. You set them up on the recorded webinars, and you can set up the media elements, of course, here, which can be surveys or polls and quizzes. You can set up buttons that you can click, and now you can also use the banners area of Webinar Geo to put a banner on your recorded presentation that is clickable at a specific time. So hopefully that's a helpful feature for you. You can now use your recorded webinar presentation system and trigger those banners to pop up at the right time to get people to take action on your replays as they're watching them. Hopefully that helps. Stay tuned for more being added to Webinar Geo all the time, and welcome aboard as a Webinar Geo customer.